YouTube? It's your favorite group of engines, the LMS engines, here with a video on my Erdal collection. Yeah, this just spontaneously came into my mind. I was like, hey, how about I make a video on my Erdal collection, because I have an okay amount of Erdals. So I decided, yeah, let's make a video of the Erdals I have. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to start off with the first row of engines that we have. So first we have the Erdal Thomas, nice little model. Next we have the Erdal Edward, again, nice little model. Face is a little strange, but yeah, his back coupling's a little effed, but you know, it's fine. Next, we're moving on to the Erdal Henry, an amazing model, great model, nice details. And the tender is actually the right height, like the Bachmann Henry. Next, we're moving on to the Erdal Gordon, a nice model, very nice model. Just looks like Gordon should be. Next, we're moving on to James, another fantastic, amazing model. The wheels are nice, the paint color is nice, the face is nice, and everything. Next, we're moving on to Percy again, a pretty good model. Face is a little weird, but yeah. Next, we're moving on to Tobey. He's a little tall, but it's okay. Still a good model. Then, lastly in this row, we have Duck. Again, Duck's a very nice model. This back, good face. And yeah, that is the first row of engines that I have. Okay, so now we're going to start with, or continue with the second row of engines. So, first off, we have Erdal Donald. I don't know, the Erdal Donald and Douglas have always looked a little odd to me, but they're still good models. And Douglas, pretty much the exact same thing, except for the number, the nameplate, and the face, I believe. They have different eyebrows, I think. Alright. Next, we have Oliver. Oliver's a good model, except I will call him not by Oliver, but Oliver the undersized engine. He is frickin' tiny, and that is not good. If it wasn't for him being so tiny, he'd be one of the best models in the range, but yeah. Still, he's a great model, except he's really tiny. Next we have, speaking of really good models, we have the Erdal Diesel. I'm so sorry. Okay, next we have the Erdal Diesel. Erdal Diesel is a very good, nice model. Nice evil face, unlike the Bachmann model or something like that. Yeah. Next off, we have Bill, who's been in a lot of wear and tear. This wasn't me, though. This was whoever sent him to me in the lot that I got around 7 years ago, going on 7 years ago. I feel old now. Next, we have in much better condition, we have the Erdal Ben. Again, pretty much the exact same thing as Bill, but still a very nice model. And also, an engine who's been through a lot of wear and tear, we have Boko. Boko is a nice model, except, yeah, a lot of wear and tear. Weird eyes, I don't know who did that. That was the seller, or I don't know. But yeah, once I get some of the Erdal models that I want to get, then I'm gonna get a new Boko. And then lastly, in the second row, we have the Erdal Mavis. She's a really nice model, actually. I really like the Erdal Mavis. Yeah, so that is pretty much, oopsies. That is not good. Okay, a lot of things came tumbling down. So yeah, that's the second row of engines. So, yeah, that's cool. So now we have the third row. This is actually the last row of the standard gauge engines. So right now we will start off first with Daisy. Pretty good model. It's kind of weird why she doesn't... She's one of the only Erdal models that actually doesn't have a front coupler, but you know, it's fine. Actually kind of looks a little nicer, but yeah. Next we have, in probably the best shape out of all my Erdal models, we have Earl Wilbert. And the reason for that is a lot of these I got used in a lot, and I got them when I was like around 7 or 8 years old. But Wilbert was actually new in box. So yeah, that's cool. And speaking of new in box, probably one of the rarest Erdal items I own, the Erdal Fergus. Yeah, so, yeah, he is one of the many items that were only released in the UK. This was released in 2004, I believe. So, yeah, he's a pretty rare model. Pretty good. Love his face. So, yeah, good. For some reason, kind of looks like a bug like this, but I don't know why. Just kind of looks like a bug. So, next we have the City of Turo. City of Turo is a nice looking model, isn't he? That's cool. And then next we have Diesel 199, or D199. If you check out Slate Truck Studios, I actually, a user named RTP Productions, or Sam, he's one of my best friends on YouTube. We did a review of Diesel 199, so check that out. He's in there. It's in one of my featured channels, so in my featured channels list, so go check that out. Next off, we have another one of my favorite Erdal models, the Erdal Diesel 10. Oh my gosh, I wanted this for so long. And then finally, about 4 years back, I finally got the Erdal Diesel 10. Really nice, menacing face, and then that, nice claw, nice details. Yeah, and then lastly, we have Erdal Lady, or as I call her, Lady the Oversized Engine. She is just far too big for my liking. Far too big, far too chunky, but besides that, she's a good model. She could pass off as an HO model, actually. She's so big. So, yeah, that's the Erdal Lady. So, yeah, I'm going to set her down. So that was all of the standard gauge engines I have. So next we'll move on to the narrow gauge. Alright, so we have the fourth row of engines now. We are starting on with the narrow gauge engines now. So we have all the narrow gauge engines. Or not all the narrow gauge engines, we're actually missing a couple engines. So yeah, as you can clearly see, we're actually starting off with Rheneas. I don't actually have Scarloey. It's really sad, but yeah. So there's Rheneas. And then we have Sir Handel, another nice model. Rheneas is a nice model too. Next we have Peter Sam, another nice model. Good funnel. By the way, I actually won a Peter Sam in RTB Productions contest. They did for 100 subscribers. And by the way, I actually did hit 100 subscribers, so I have some special things planned for that. Next we have Rusty, another good model. Very nice model. Next we have Duncan. His back buffer beam got kind of effed, but that wasn't me. That was the person that sold him to me. Next we have Godred. These are 2 mountain engines. Godred. That face. Nice cute face. Then finally, we have Cully. There's Coldy, very nice model. Cool. By the way, the details on the frickin' mountain engines are absolutely astounding. Look at that. I don't know if it's just me, but the mountain engines are both, well, all three of them are, because I don't have Lord Harry, they're all just freaking amazing models. Just so much detail on them. It's amazing. Oh, right. Another face, and then regular face. Send them back down. So that's pretty much all the narrow gauge engines I have. That's cool. So next off, we're gonna start on the row vehicles. So we have Birdie, good model. Bulgy, who's missing his front sticker and part of his back sticker, but otherwise he's pretty good. Next we have Caroline, very nice, pretty much all metal actually. At least I believe it's all metal. So we have Terrence, who's missing his caterpillars, which is not good. But yeah, again, once I get some of the models that I'd like to get, like Skarloey and Arian Burton, Stepney, and all that, yeah, I'm definitely going to get a new Terrence, like I said with Boko. Next we have Trevor. Very tiny little model, but he's a pretty good model. Yeah. Set him back down. Finally, you have George the Steamroller. Look at that angry face. It's a very good model, though. Yeah, so that's all the road vehicles I have. And, oh no, Peter Sam got knocked over. Oh no, that's bad. So yeah, that's all the road vehicles I have. Okay, so now we're moving on to the rolling stock row. We're actually missing some items like Annie and Clarabelle, which is really sad too, but yeah, so Thomas can't pull Annie and Clarabelle on his branch line. But anyway, you have Henrietta. Pretty good model, except she's a little oversized, but that's okay. We have one single express coach, and then we have what is titled officially in the Erdal range as Gordon's special coach, but we all know this as Spencer's special coach. And then next, 4 items that I'm very fortunate to have 4 of. The silly trucks. These are also items that were only available in the United Kingdom. Very nice, and I'm very fortunate that I have 4 of these, so I can make like a nice like long flying kipper train or something like that. So yeah, 4 of these, and then finally, right at the end, the only brake fan that I have, and also one of them that I consider to be one of the oversized ones, is Toad. Toad, the oversized brake fan. He's a pretty good model, nice face, except he's oversized, but other than that, he's a pretty good model. So that's pretty much all the engines that I have, all the rolling stock, all the road vehicles, yeah. That's pretty much it. So lastly, the last row that we have is all the extra engines that I have. So first off, we have an extra Erdal Thomas, an extra Erdal Gordon, who's actually in desperate need of cleaning. Pretty nice. We have an extra Erdal James, whose eyes are a little different than the one I have. We have an extra Erdal Percy, whose paint color is actually, it doesn't look like it on the camera, but it's actually lighter, or not lighter, but different than the other Percy that I have in the first row. Then we have an extra Erdal Oliver, who's missing the sticker at the back. And then finally, we have an extra Erdal Peter Sam, who's missing his nameplates. I have no idea why, but it just came like that, I guess. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the Erdal items that I have. All the Erdal items that I have. So that's basically all my Erdal collection. Yeah, so yeah, it's not too big, but it's still okay. I'd love to get the Erdal Skarloey, obviously. Then the Erdal Arian Burt. Definitely the Erdal Troublesome Trucks. Definitely Erdal Annie and Clarabelle. Then probably Erdal Duke. And then it's a little far-fetched, but I'd love to get either the Erdal Salty or the Erdal Harvey. It's a little far-fetched for those last two because they are very rare, but there is a chance. I've seen a couple listings for Harvey, not too many for Salty, so I'll probably end up getting an Erdal Harvey, but, you know, it's still good. I love the Erdal Harvey and the Erdal Salty equally, so yeah. So basically, that's all my Erdal collection, and this is your favorite group of engines, the LMS engines, signing out.